Over the past year, people all around the world have become galvanized in their efforts to enact positive environmental change and put a halt to the destruction of our planet. At Enactus TCD, we were inspired by our global community and decided to focus our efforts this year on tackling the most pressing issue of our generation, climate change. Despite the unprecedented turnout during this year's September climate strikes and continued pressure being exerted on world leaders, we feel that policy change is slow coming. When the United States withdrew from the Paris Agreement, Donald Trump's reasoning was that the Paris Accord will undermine the US economy and will put the US at a permanent disadvantage. This year, we took those words as a challenge to prove that environmental initiatives can achieve both a sustainable positive impact and be a financially productive component of the economy. Our efforts have culminated in the development of 2 new projects which tackle the climate crisis from 2 distinct angles. One through the reduction of plastic waste, and the other through the improvement of sustainable consumption. I'm Rudy, and our first project is Conscious Camping.
Every year, 250,000 tents are abandoned at music festivals across the UK. However, we at Conscious Camping didn't need to read the statistic to know there was a serious problem. Last summer, we attended a music festival in Germany, and when the festival was over, we were absolutely shocked by the thousands of tents that were being left behind. It was then that we decided to take action and find a solution that would reduce the environmental damage being caused by the music festivals which we loved attending so much. This is where the idea for Conscious Camping was born. I'm Charlie.
I'm Rory.
And I'm Matthew.
The basic premise of our business model is simple. We collect left behind tents at festivals and rent them out at future camping festivals. In doing this, we're able to reduce the plastic waste produced by festivals both now and into the future. The first steps of our project were taken last September when we attended Ireland's largest festival, Electric Picnic, in Laois, and salvaged 50 left behind tents. Since then, Conscious Camping has been gearing up for a big summer season. We have created a digitalised inventory of 50 tents we collected last summer and have also cleaned and quality checked each tent. After inspecting them, we have deemed 45 to be of merchantable quality.
In preparation for the summer season, we have begun the development of our website, successfully launching the beta version recently. The full version of the website is currently being finalised, and we had intended on having it ready for the now cancelled festival season. The website will be used to process orders and payments in advance of the festival dates. We've been working along an NCID graphic design student to help design a company logo, brand design, advertisements and merchandise. We've created a logo which we intend on putting on the side of each tent we rent out, which will act as brand advertisement at the festivals. We've also designed a general brand theme which will be applied to the website.
To add to this, we have developed a few concepts for t-shirt designs. Our ambition is to create a fashionable and well-rounded brand image which will appeal to young festival goers. We've begun investigating innovative ways to reuse the materials from tents once they are no longer of merchantable quality. We're exploring the route of designing branded ponchos with the materials, which can then be worn by our customers at the festivals. We believe this will improve our company's sustainability, provide another source of marketing, and appeal to our target market of young festival goers.
We hit an important milestone in February when we secured a partnership with Sea Sessions Music Festival, Ireland's second most popular camping festival, according to a recent survey. We have a written agreement with Sea Sessions, who have offered us a stall location at their festival to rent out our tents on site. They have also invited our team and 6 others to attend the festival and salvage tents once the festival has finished, and are keen to help us further our cause. We have also received positive responses from other festivals, including Forever Young Festival, who have agreed to promote our project to their Instagram page, which has upwards of 4,000 followers.
As the tents salvaged are free of cost to collect, our overheads are low, allowing us to offer a considerably lower price to consumers than the available alternative options. Through our market research analysis, we decided to set the following pricing model. 3 days camping for €30, 2 days camping for €25, and 1 day camping for €15. The cost for 3 days camping is €10 less than the cheapest tent available from Alder Little, a popular choice for our target demographic of young festival goers. We've incorporated a 50-50 payment to deposit ratio to ensure as little of our tents are discarded as possible and that they are returned in good condition to avoid additional tents ending up in landfills.
COVID-19 poses quite a significant challenge for our business, yet we are determined to make the most out of a trying situation. At present, we are continuing to finalise our website as well as launch our digital marketing campaign through various channels of social media in the coming months. In recent weeks, we have reached out to festivals that are either later in the year or smaller than the 5,000 person mass gathering limit imposed by the Irish government.
In the event that festivals do not go ahead, we are ready to pivot our model to accommodate the exceptional circumstances. Given that travel abroad will be limited considerably this summer, we believe that there will be an increased market of people looking to go on camping trips in Ireland. We have identified college students as the most viable demographic for our business and have already begun to use college channels to market the business to potential customers.
While it will be a huge disappointment if festivals do not go ahead this summer, we can rest assured that the environmental impact will be zero and that we'll be ready and stronger than ever for the next season.
Our next project recognises that now more than ever, people want to do their part to protect the environment. However, it acknowledges that this is often made difficult by the lack of accessible information on sustainable consumption.
For today's video, I know that this topic is a little bit different to all of my usual content.
About 25% of all the global climate change problems we're seeing can be attributed back to the food and the choices that we're actually making about what we eat on a daily basis.
Small acts when multiplied by millions of people can transform the world. Our startup Ethicart empowers people to take these small actions so together we can have a big impact. I'm Laura, I'm studying computer science and business.
Hi, I'm Lara, I'm studying sociology and social policy, and we're going to talk to you about our plan to make sustainability simple. Like many of us, Laura and I were worried about the effects of climate change. We wanted to start shopping more sustainably, but we found there was a huge lack of clear, concise information that we could easily digest as busy students, and we wanted to change this.
I think we can all agree it's hard to ignore this siren call to protect our planet. With a quarter of our global emissions coming from the food system, we thought this would be a great place to start. Every time we buy a product, we are voting with our wallets for the kind of future we want.
So imagine you're in a supermarket. You're doing your food shop and you're an environmentally conscious consumer, so you want to buy the products that have the least harm on our planet. You see claims like natural, certified green, organic, and it can be hard to tell which one of these actually makes a product sustainable and which ones are just greenwashing. This can leave us feeling powerless to change and frustrated at the lack of transparency. Well, it turns out a lot of people are having this problem. From our research, we saw a huge disconnect in the products people want to buy and the products they actually buy. This generation is demanding transparency, and yet 70% still found it difficult to detect how sustainable their food products were. 93% said they would be open to more sustainable alternatives if they had the time and resources to find them. And 88% said they would use an app to detect this. The problem is, people are concerned about the environment and want to make a positive impact. But it can be difficult to gauge how sustainable your products are, and the time it takes to research isn't feasible for most people. Our solution is Ethicart, a user-friendly app with quick, really easy to follow information on your food products' sustainability and ethical standards. We suggest more sustainable alternatives where possible, so it's easy to switch over and make an informed purchasing decision. Okay, so back to the supermarket. You're looking for a chocolate bar. You can search a product or scan its barcode like so to see the product's sustainability profile. Products will be evaluated based on the sourcing, production and company itself. If you'd like to try a more sustainable alternative, simply click See Alternatives, and as you can see, this product has a higher rating. You can see the breakdown of how these scores were reached and learn more on any certifications, for example Fair Trade, so that you can become a more conscious consumer. We'll also have blogs, articles and recipes on our homepage to keep our users informed and engaged.
We plan on extracting our data from already existing third-party certifications such as Fair Trade, SPO, Sustainable Palm Oil and Irish Organic Association. Our main competitors are How Good Cookie and another young Irish startup Avoco. As you can see, Ethicart ticks all the boxes. We will stand out from our competitors as we are taking a comprehensive view of sustainability. We will generate revenue through sponsorships with brands that align with our values, who want to communicate their sustainability initiatives down to consumer level, charging them for a higher visibility on Ethicart to reach their target customers. Additionally, we will be charging supermarkets a yearly fee to have their products listed on the app. Our first key achievement was securing our place in Launchbox, Trinity's Student Accelerator programme. We began Launchbox by validating the market and establishing relationships with key players in the industry such as Airfield Estate, Clearstream Solutions and Data Chemist. We also launched our social media, where we post educational information and tips for our growing online community. In September, we featured at Airfield's Festival of Food, where we partnered with SuperValue Churchtown to promote Ethicart and educate the public on sustainable food. This had a footfall of about 14,000 people and our stand received a lot of engagement. We were delighted to also place as runners-up in the Responsible Innovation Spirit Awards.
Currently, our MVP is built and ready to test in Trinity using the database of products supplied on campus. We'll be beta testing our first version here when college reopens. With the support of the Student Union behind us to make sure students are aware of Ethicart, we hope to onboard between 200 to 500 students. Trinity has 17,000 students. We consulted entrepreneurs who have launched betas previously and looked at the average footfall in college shops, coming to this as a realistic number. This will allow us to gain valuable feedback, learn how users interact with the app and establish an initial customer base. From here, we will go into full-scale app development while growing our database and leveraging it to eventually integrate into an online shopping platform.
Of course, there is a responsibility on brands to change these unethical behaviours, but at the same time, brands continue to make what consumers continue to buy. So we have a responsibility to be informed what we are buying and therefore supporting.
We believe that everyone has the power to make a change. As two young women of this generation, we look forward to making sustainability simple.
Thank you for listening.
The COVID-19 crisis has caused many temporary changes to the way people live and will no doubt present many challenges for both society and the economy after we overcome it. Across the globe, we have seen the positive effect that reduced production, transport, and traditional business has had on the environment. Residents of northern Indian cities, Jalandhar and northern Punjab, have reported the Himalayas are visible for the first time in their lives due to reduced air pollution. While improved water clarity and reduced traffic in the Venetian canals has seen the return of wildlife. We hope these exceptional times can serve as a reminder of what life can be like when better care is taken of our environment. At Enactus TCD, we believe that we've taken an important step towards building a more sustainable future. Thank you for listening.
Woohoo! So now it's time for the question and answer session. For conscious camping, you mentioned 6 others also going to C sessions. Are these competitors? If so, does that limit your ability to scale?
I'd like to thank the judge for their question. So C Sessions Music Festival has offered our team 10 tickets to attend their festival and to remain on site afterwards in order to salvage tents that are left behind. Unlike some other festivals like Electric Picnic, which we attended last year, C Sessions does not usually allow for tents to be salvaged, as their cleanup team begins clearing tents late on the afternoon of the day the festival ends. For this reason, their offer has been would have been a great help for our business. As for competition, we are the only tent rental service able to provide tents at a price point as low as we are providing. For this reason, we do not believe that market competition will impose any difficulties on our ability to scale in the future.
Are the t-shirts and ponchos still at the concept stage, or have they been developed?
Yes, our t-shirts are past the concept stage of development. We have a number of different t-shirt designs developed by our NCAD graphic designer, who we hired to help us with this project. It is now really a case of finding the right manufacturer who can produce these t-shirts at a viable price. One such avenue we're exploring is the online platform Everpress. The ponchos are still in the concept stage of development. This is because we are still trying to strike a balance between ensuring that the ponchos are aesthetically appealing to our customers whilst also functional.
For Ethicart, is there any independent evaluation of the products, or does the app just collate information from producers?
So initially we're going to be aggregating information into one place where consumers can easily find it, and then also the suggestion of alternatives to save them time having to go out and look for the most sustainable option themselves. And we're going to be doing this using third-party independent evaluators such as B Corporation, Fairtrade, Irish Organic Association, instead of going directly to the producers themselves. The reason that we've decided to opt for this is because there's such a vast amount of products on the market at the moment, and also the level of transparency around sustainability information just isn't at the level that we'd like it to be at. So initially Ethicart isn't giving any independent evaluation, it's just a collation of already existing information, but down the line we would like to work with environmental researchers and bodies to give more weight to certain certifications and a more in-depth, thorough analysis of the products.
What is the business model? How will the finances work?
So obviously as a social enterprise, our primary goal is social impact, but in order to do this, we're going to be generating revenue through sponsorships that we've vetted that are aligned with our values, and that to charge them for higher visibility on the app. This will give them a direct channel down to their target customers, and we've seen through kind of social media and influencer marketing that this is something brands are willing to pay for, and this will give them an even more targeted approach, because these consumers that are going to be on the app are already looking for more sustainable alternatives and to improve their lifestyle in terms of sustainability. Down the line, after gaining initial traction, we'll be charging supermarkets a yearly fee to have their products listed on the app. However, in the first year, we're going to aim to pilot with one supermarket, offering them exclusivity and free of charge to give them an incentive to give us their product data and to make them first movers in this space.
How much of EdiCart development happened within Enactus?
So we came on board with Enactus at the start of this year, which is when we start developing our MVP alongside the Computer Science School in Trinity. We've grown our database of products to consist of all the products supplied on campus, and we were ready to test that in the last few months, except of course the COVID-19 hit, so we're going to be pushing that testing to when college reopens in September. Additionally, a key area of focus of ours during our time at Enactus has been growing our online community. We've been sharing tips, recipes and educational information to try and keep people engaged and also grow an online community to inspire more sustainable lifestyle and choices before the app is actually launched.